You know the feeling, right? You're staring at a problem, just turning it over and over in your head, and you're so convinced that if you just think about it a little bit longer, you'll find that perfect magical solution. But what happens when that little bit longer becomes an endless loop? Well, that's exactly what we're going to get into today. We're going to pull apart that intellectual trap we call overthinking. Okay, so let's just get right to the heart of it with this one big question. Is overthinking actually a sign that you're smart? I mean, it really feels like it, doesn't it? You can analyze things from every angle, you can predict all the potential pitfalls. It almost feels like a superpower. But here's the thing. Is it really a superpower, or is it just a really comfortable cage we build for ourselves? And that leads us perfectly into our first section here, the smart trap. This is all about why overthinking feels so productive, so right, even when it's leading us absolutely nowhere. Yeah, this is why it's such a clever trap. Overthinking, it doesn't feel like a flaw, it feels like a virtue. When you're running through every single possible outcome for the 20th time, you tell yourself you're not procrastinating. No, you're being diligent. You're not frozen in fear, you're just preparing. It's this story we tell ourselves that makes us feel so intelligent and responsible for all this thinking. And this right here, this is the fuel. It's the engine that powers the whole machine. See, it's not just about finding a good solution or even a great one. It's about the hunt for the absolutely flawless, 100% unbeatable, perfect solution. And that impossible goal, well, that's what keeps the engine of overthinking running forever. So, if the hunt for perfection is the engine, what exactly is the machine it's powering? Let's put a name to that feeling of being totally and completely stuck. Let's define the thought loop. And there it is, plain and simple. Overthinking is not the same as productive problem solving. Not at all. Productive thinking moves forward. It makes progress. Overthinking is just spinning your wheels in the mud. You're just rehashing the same old information, maybe looking at it from a slightly different angle, but you're not actually going anywhere. You're just stuck. It's pure analysis paralysis. And this is exactly how it happens. It's like a spiral staircase going down. First, some normal problem comes up. Second, that perfection engine kicks into high gear. And then third, and this is the real danger zone, all the what-ifs start multiplying like crazy. Suddenly, there are so many scenarios that you can't even remember what the original problem was, which leads to the final step. You're so overwhelmed that you do nothing. And all you're left with is the anxiety of it all. All right, so we've talked a lot about why overthinking can feel so good, so productive, but now it's time for the turn. We need to look at what this habit is actually costing us. Let's get into the hidden costs. And this is the real question, isn't it? I mean, if your whole intention is to find the best possible answer and avoid making a mistake, how can that possibly be a bad thing? Well, the danger isn't in the intention. It's in the giant gap between what overthinking promises and what it actually delivers. Wow, this lays it out so clearly. On one side, you have the promise. We think we're getting better decisions, but what we really get is analysis paralysis. We think we're preventing mistakes, but we're actually just creating a ton of anxiety. We crave total control, but the reality is we're just missing out on real opportunities while we're stuck in our own heads. And listen, this isn't just some abstract idea. This stuff has a massive real-world impact. All that overthinking leads to chronic stress. It absolutely wrecks your confidence because you start to doubt every single decision you make. And yet, it can even mess with your relationships when you can never just commit to a plan or you always seem worried about something. So after all of that, all the effort, all the stress, all the time you spent chasing that perfect, flawless answer, how many perfect decisions did you end up making? Almost always, the number is a big, fat 0. Because the perfect choice doesn't exist. You know what's better than perfection? Progress. Okay, we've seen the trap, we know how it works, and we've seen the damage it can do. So now for the most important part. Let's talk about breaking the spell and how we can actually climb out of that loop for good. So here's the key, and it's actually pretty simple. The whole trap starts to fall apart the second you realize you're in it. That's it. The moment you can just step outside of yourself for a second and say, oh, wait, I'm doing it again. I'm overthinking. You take away its power. You're not stuck in the loop anymore. You're observing it. And from there, from that place of awareness, you can finally choose to do something different. And choosing that different path really just starts with this one simple question. I want you to carry this one with you.
What could you accomplish if you weren't overthinking? Seriously, just imagine all the time, all the mental energy you pour into that thought spiral. Now, what if you could redirect all of it? What decisions could you make? What actions could you take? What could you build or create if all that energy was finally free to move forward? I think you'll find the potential is absolutely immense.